welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button to stay inspired to wise up and rise up above these narcissists. So if you clicked on this video, you want to know more about the tactics and what the narcissist does to get their own way. At the end of the day, narcissists are all about getting their own way from you, right? This is why when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, they say you are just supply to them, because all they want from you is to get what they want from you. They lack empathy. So with them lacking empathy, they really don't care about how somebody else feels. They just care about their needs being met. Right? And with their needs being met, what they want is their ego to be stroked. They want you to constantly be feeding their ego, right? So their tactics on doing that is manipulation, right? When they see that maybe you're standing up for yourself, or, they see that, you're saying something that is reflected on what you're thinking and what you're believing, they will manipulate you into you believing what they believe, what they want from you. Right? With you turning around the focus off of yourself onto them. Because anytime you're in a relationship with a narcissist, they're in the relationship with you just to get supply from you, right? Whether that be you giving them money, whether that be you giving them sex, whether that be you giving them attention, affection, whatever it is, right? You are just there to feed their needs. It's a harsh reality, but that's what it is. And this is why the number one tactic that the narcissist does to get their own way from you is manipulation, right? They will always manipulate you in every situation to turn whatever it is off them, if it's in a negative way, onto you. And if you are focusing on you in a positive way, focus it around on them. Everything is all about them. When you're in a relationship with a narcissist, your whole world revolves around them and them getting their needs fed. Nothing about you and supporting you, loving you, caring about you, being there for you. Nothing is about you, right? Unless it's the beginning of the relationship and they're love bombing you, where they're doing everything possible to reel you in to you being hooked on them mentally and emotionally, because that's how the narcissist controls you, right? The narcissist controls you, right, through your mind and your emotion, through manipulation. That's their number one tactic, and what they love to use is manipulation. This is why a lot of times we say that, the narcissists are master manipulators, right? Because they know exactly what they're doing, and they know exactly what they're doing through the patterns and the toxic tactics that they use to control you, right? So at the end of the day, it's like, once you know this, that the narcissist is all about manipulation, that everything they do is to gain, supply from you, it's up to you to wise up and rise up on that knowledge to say, okay, it's a harsh reality that this person really didn't love me. This person was just using me this whole time to get exactly what they wanted from me. This is why, you guys, it is so easy, right, for a narcissist to move on like this, because at the end of the day, everything and everybody, they have conditioned themselves for such a long period of time to literally just use people to fill the gap within inside themselves. So if they're using other people to constantly fill the gaps within inside of themselves, then they really don't see the need to fix themselves or to work on themselves or to acknowledge any of their wrongdoings, because at the end of the day, for such a long period of time, they have that pattern. Well, they'll just move on to a new person and not have to take accountability for what they do wrong, right? And again, they do that through manipulation, through gaslighting. A lot of narcissists are pathological liars, right? So that's another tactic that they use. Lying and manipulation is the number two tactics that they love to use, to gain control over you, right? To gain control of your mind and your emotions. And this is why when you decide to leave the narcissist or they discard you, why it's so challenging after to get over them, because they have conditioned you through manipulation and through lying for such a long period of time and that's how they gain control over you, right? So even when you're not with a narcissist anymore, that's why they still have control over your mind or your emotions, right? Because they have conditioned you for such a long period of time to live this way. So at the end of the day, stand in the facts to understand the two main tactics that the narcissist loves to use on you is manipulation and lying, right? That you need to stand up and understand that this person, anything they do is all to feed their ego. They're not doing it out of love. They're not doing it because they care for you. Everything that they do is just to feed their ego. And if these people lack empathy, they don't really feel empathy, then they will never be able to genuinely care about you, and they will never genuinely, really understand the pain that they are putting you through, the hurt that they're causing and they're inflicting on you. And I know this is a harsh reality to acknowledge, but this is the only way that you will be able to either A, get yourself out of that narcissistic relationship if you're still with them, or B, to start healing, to wise up and rise up above these narcissists, is to understand their tactics, understand their patterns. And when you understand their tactics and you understand your patterns, their patterns is when you can actually be able to stand in the facts in knowing who they are and their patterns and their tactics, to say, okay, no, I'm not going to allow them to control me anymore, because that's all the narcissist really wants from you, is to gain all control over your mind and your emotions, where that's why a lot of times when you're in a narcissistic relationship, you lose sense of self. You don't know who you are. And that's why when you get out of the narcissistic relationship, you really don't know who you are either, right? Because believe it or not, those two tactics, them lying and them manipulating you, has really affected the way that you think for such a long period of time, right? And that's why you lose sense of self and who you are. So stand in the facts that these are the number two tactics that the narcissist loves to use to control you, right, over your mind and your emotions. And that with you understanding these two tactics, you can stand in the facts to wise up and rise up above them. Thank you so much for tuning in this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what your thoughts are about this video and what I just shared with you guys and what I just said, and let me know what you think. I'll see you guys again on another video.